get dialed in here. Yes, with a 3-moto format, Rodney, stuff outside of the top 5 overall can get so ridiculously jumbled up. As we, like you were saying, you're looking down the line on that last one. I mean, 5th place with a 12.85.
What about 10th place up 25.97?
Yeah, just a ridiculous amount of points in those results, but it's just all about consistency out here. And I tell you what, Devin Bates, he has been unstoppable in this class so far. But mud, Rodney,
right,
a great equalizer. If I'm Devin Bates, I am really concerned going into this moto because he's been hands down the fastest, but they're about to take off. We're going to see who's going to be the best in the mud and see if they can't take down Devin Bates and end his streak.
The Bell Helmets Whole Shot Award as they fire off of that Red Bull gate now into the Bell Moto Forest, and the early leader in this one, the 26 Yamaha Brock Schindler. Schindler, a 5:13 out of Pueblo, West California, Colorado, on an FAM printing Pablo Chiropractor's Pro Action Harris compound machine. Ooh.
We got a rider down right off the bat. I believe it's 70.
Got a 74 or 75.
Yamaha.
75 Kai
It's
McCall.
75, Hunter McCall down in that second. He's going to try to scrape himself back up, but there's riders going all over the place in the 10 Commandments. See what happens, Rodney, in those 10 Commandments, that is one of the most hard-packed sections of the track. So when it rains, it doesn't get deep. It just gets super slippery.
Right.
And like we were saying before with Jason, these guys are putting mud tires on their bikes for the start, which is a scoop. So that the Commandments section is just a complete side-to-side washout for these guys that are running scoop tires.
It's a risk, it's a gamble. You gotta take it though. Sometimes the risk is worth the reward, and some of those guys have found that to be the case. And right now, Brock Schindler is trying to take his machine out, keep it out front after a 5:13 score. Again, that's inconsistencies there, but getting off to a better start, we might see what he had hoped to bring all 3 motos here at Loretta Lynn's. 3rd place rider going down there, ran over by the 4th place rider, it looks like.
Getting a bunch of chaos in the first lap. There's a 13 on that yellow Yamaha. That's Matt Hanna. He's had a rough couple first 2 motos with a 17.
Actually 31.27.
A 31.27, but Matt Hanna, a rider out of Missouri, actually coming into this race with a broken wrist. It's
interesting to see what this is going to shape up like, what a championship will look like after the first lap of racing. Right now, Brock Schindler, as he's the only one checked in. There's Devin Bates in second, so he's going 1-1-2. And let's let more of these riders check in, because right now it's showing like Brock Schindler in 3rd place overall with and we know that's going to change a little bit as these riders progress through here on the first lap of racing. But there is the 26 of Schindler. Devin Bates 4 seconds back, running in second, is looking at the national championship, and I got to wonder if he's thinking, okay, all I got to do is get out here and ride this time. I'm not worried about who wins the 3rd moto. I'm just worried about winning the championship. And then again, he is a racer at heart, so he might be one of those guys that wants to win every time. So we got a long time to go still in this race, so to figure that out for sure. But Bates is in the driver's seat right now. If he wants to push it and try to win the 3rd moto.
Matt Hanna on the 13 Yamaha off the side of the track through the 10 Commandments, trying to pull it back in there. But like you were saying, Rodney, with Devin Bates in that number 2 spot, he is probably just going to want to secure the title. In my first and only time winning a championship here at Loretta's, I went 1-1-4, and that final moto, I rode absolutely terrible and tight because I was trying to just pack it in for the championship. I had to get 4th or better, and I got 4th, and it was the biggest struggle moto of my entire life because I was just trying to secure the championship. Looking back at it now, that I'm a little bit older and wiser, I wish I would have just gone out and raced like I did every single race before that, because I almost put myself in a terrible spot losing that championship trying to be conservative. But Matt Hanna still holding on to that number 3 spot. He wants to pick himself up a bronze medal, some sort of hardware for leaving the ranch. So that's what the cool thing about it is. With these new medals, that's kind of a new addition since, I'd say, 2004, I believe they started doing it. And it's cool for some of these racers. Gives them motivation to get out there and battle every moto.
Yeah, moto medals are something to be proud of, and we got battles going on right now as we near the completion of lap number 2 as things tighten up now. And I believe Matt Hanna trying to get around and pushing a few folks around this racetrack as he's up to a 3rd place position, 4 seconds now behind Devin Bates, who is 4 seconds behind Brock Schindler, your leader.
And that's Steinbo right now going after Matt Hanna. Matt Hanna working with actually my brother Greg Albertson down there at his training facility. It looks like Steinbo is going to make the pass on Matt Hanna. So Matt Hanna is going to bump back to the 4th spot. And Steinbo looking good in this championship for 2nd place, but he is going to have some miracles happen if he's going to want to take down Devin Bates with that 1-1-2 score. Maybe that's something you'll see is Steinbo, if he can catch up to Bates and knows it, maybe race him a little bit hard for that championship.
Well, speaking of the championship, here's the way it shapes up. Devin Bates has got a 6-point cushion right now. I mean, he could drop back 5 spots and still win the championship right here. He can drop all the way back to 7th place. So here's the way the scores are. 1-1-2 for Devin Bates right now. Stockton Steinbo, a 4-2-4, is looking at 10. So a 4 and a 10. That's 6 points between the two. Jagger Grace, a 2-5-7, is looking at 3rd. Brock Schindler, a 5-13-1, is 4th. Ryan Bly, 13-3-5, is 5th. Liam Langer, 3-8-11 and 6th. Tyler Jones, 15-6-10 and 7th.
Wow.
8th overall right now if it finished the way it is. Brad Williams, a 6-9-20, and he's still top 10. Dayton Shira, a 24-11-12, scores at 9th overall. Bailey Breen, an 8-4-35, is still good enough for a top 10 overall at the moment.
35, you know, I imagine that was a DNF, to be honest with you, or maybe not a DNF, but not basically coming around in the last spot. You know, maybe he just got up and finished off the moto, pushed his bike across the starting line so he didn't score a DNF. So,
well, he may still be out there traversing the track. We'll see.
So to come out with a top 10 after thinking that you were just completely out of it would be a great thing for him, because these guys, they do a top 10 presentation up at the awards ceremony. So it'd be cool to come home with some hardware for that 10th place finish. But they still got the camera on Racer TV up here on Matt Hanna, still running 4th place. Maybe, actually, possibly, he might have got bumped back to 5th. I think Bly got him.
Yeah,
he did.
Yeah, Bly did get by.
Hanna back in 5th, so he's still running top 5. Not bad in this one.
All right, reassessing the top 10 in the moto right now. Brock Schindler is your leader as we got some battles tightening up. Keep an eye on that. Devin Bates in 2nd, Stockton Steinbo in 3rd, Ryan Bly in 4th, Matt Hanna is 5th, Jagger Grace in 6th, Reese Dominguez is 7th, Colin O'Reilly in 8th, Tyler Jones in 9th, Liam Langer rounds out your top 10 after 3 laps of racing complete. 11 through 20 right now as we continue to watch. Just to give you an idea of who's who. Jalen McCarty is 11th this time. David Hand in 12th.
That's actually Steinbo getting around Bates. So Stockton Steinbo, a guy sitting 2nd right now overall, getting around Bates. So that's going to move Bates, our 1-1 guy coming into this moto. That's going to move him back to the 3rd spot. And Steinbo now is going to move up a position and head after Schneidler for the lead.
Well, I tell you, Steinbo is probably and can and will be the biggest thorn in the side for Devin Bates for the national championship in this one. That he gets around, that Bates is at the mercy of Bly. Bly is pushing hard, you know, right now because he's got a lot to prove. He's won in the C class as well this week, so don't be surprised to see that if he might be able to get around Devin Bates, if Bates maybe plays a little bit too safe out there.
Yeah, look at the people behind Bates. He's running a 221 right now. Behind him, we have Steinbo, who's got him already at a 217, and then Ryan Bly as well at a 219.
Right.
Going 2 seconds lap quicker than Bates. After that, he looks to be pretty safe, but Rylan Bly looking good to be able to catch up to Bates and knock him back another spot. You know that Stockton Steinbo is wanting Rylan to catch up there and put another bike in between him.
Right. Let's see a 1-1-4. If Bly would get by, would score him 6, and then we'd be looking at Stockton Steinbo with a 4-2-2, and that would be 8. In reality, Bates would still have the championship, so Hannah's got to get around. Jagger Grace has got to get around. So in essence, I think Bates is going to have to be trying to play this a little too easy if he wants to. If anybody else wants to win this championship, they're going to have to hope for that. Bates right now does not appear to be pushing the pressure. His lap time that last time, a 2:25.
That's what I was just looking at, Rodney, a 2:25. This is what I was talking about the year I was in it, and I got fourth that last moto. He was hands down way better than everybody, and now he's thinking about the championship, and it is making his riding go out the window. So he needs to refocus and try to get back to charging forward and passing people.
A 1:13 gives him 5. Steinbo, a 4:22 is 8. He's still got a couple of positions. Bates can still maintain the championship if he maintains at least a top 5 at this point. Anything past that, and Steinbo finishing in the number 2 spot, that would give the 41 of Stockton Steinbo the championship right now.
Wow.
Wow, and that's what it's coming down to. I mean, right now, there's some good racing going on out there, but at the same time, I look down through the standings, and really, there's nothing really tight. It was tight in the first couple of laps, but now that we're in lap 4, these riders have pretty much settled into their pace. Some are turning a little faster lap times and making passes out there, but I think as we get closer to the end of this one, we're 11 minutes into this one, and I think this is a 15-minute race, if I'm not mistaken. So
the 2-lap card will probably come out this next time around, I'm guessing.
So we're going to know real soon what's going on. And again, Devin Bates just got to maintain his position. He's got only about 2 seconds ahead of Rylan Bly right now. And we're going to keep an eye out on that one as they come by the finish line. There's your leader, Brock Schindler, coming through right now. A 5-second lead over Stockton Steinbo as they checked in a lap ago. Steinbo actually might be closing up that gap a little bit. Here comes, is that our Husky Devin Bates? 98. Yes, and is that?
He's got
Bly behind him and Bryce. Oh,
Bly
man.
and Jagger Grace.
Oh, Grace is now the rider right behind him, actually.
Oh, no. That is a huge mistake right there. I believe that was Jagger Grace. Now,
yeah.
that works. That
works in the favor of Devin Bates.
Now, that could be debatable right
there.
Right,
yeah,
that
very debatable.
That could be debatable.
That's the B line.
That is the B line. You know what? A line might be the first choice, but B line is a better choice as long as you can get away with it.
If you can get away with it,
and,
2-lap board is out. Man, Jagger, I know
those are the moves like Jagger right there. He has the moves. I want the moves like Jagger as long as you don't get caught. They're nice. The 2-lap card is out though.
Yes, 2-lap card is out. Bates still in control of this one. Man, it got really itchy there for just a moment as Bates was under pressure from Grace. So right now, Bates.
Oh, that's Bates off the track. And that is a questionable move. Bates off the side of the Ten Commandments and then blowing around it. Man, I tell you what, we know that Jagger Grace's move, that was definitely cutting the track. And I believe those Ten Commandments are very slow right now. So we're going to need our AMA guys to take a look at that. But Stockton Steinbo hunting down the 26 of Schindler, who was trying to collect a gold medal on the weekend. Man, Stockton Steinbo, this is going to be a mess down on the podium trying to figure out who is going to raise that number 1 place.
Oh, yeah, it is. It most certainly is. Right now, though,
Steinbo,
Bates,
I believe, got around him already. He has. Steinbo is in the lead. He has made the move.
Wow. Wow. This is really changing the face of this. When they come around this time around, I believe we'll be getting the white flag, if I'm not mistaken. Correct? Did we get the 2-lap board last time around?
Yes, this will be the white flag lap.
Oh, man. Talk about championships being turned on their ear right now. That's exactly what's going on. And as you pointed out, some questionable moments there for a couple of riders. So this could get very tense down there as the AMA officials sort it all out here for these final laps of the 250C class right now. There goes Stockton Steinbo across in the number 1 spot. And as we do the mathematical calculations, Steinbo's looking at a 4.21 of 7. Devin Bates a 1.14 of 6. So unless...
Oh, my goodness. They're tied right now on points with Stockton Steinbo taking the advantage.
Yes. So
wow.
Basically, Devin Bates has got to get back around Jagger Grace. And if the questionable position after the tunnel of love there, getting back onto the track, if that is a questionable move, the AMA looks at that, then all of a sudden that will and possibly turn that championship back around in Devin Bates' favor right now. So there's a lot of question right now heading into this this final lap, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of debate going on about this right now.
A debate on Bates, right? Yeah. And at the end of the day, though, this is going to make the decision much easier down there on the podium if Stockton Steinbo can just take this one before anything. You know, you just take it outright without having to enforce any penalties first. So, wow. Stockton Steinbo with the 4-2-1. And like we said going into this one, the mud, the great equalizer.
Yeah, and right now Steinbo, the rider, at the mercy of everything that's going on behind him. If Bates can get back around Grace, he will secure that, he will secure that number 1 spot then. But again, we have to wait till the checkers on this one. We have to wait till they get down to the podium. I think even more so to get that sorted out as we roll through this final lap, Moto 3 of the 250 novice class. Steinbo right now looking like the champion with a 4-2-1. Bates a 1-1-2 for second, or 1-1-5 for second. They both score 7. But Jagger Grace is the question right now with a 2.54. He's got 11. That would put him 3rd overall and 3rd in the class right now. Steinbo and Bly go 1, 2, and 3. And as we go,
wow. I think that's it.
I
think
so.
that is it. That is the finish line right there.
Yeah, Sunoco checker flag is out.
So Steinbo, Stockton Steinbo, I believe Stockton Steinbo is going to be our champion in this class. Unofficially.
Unless.
But Bates, because Bates was pretty far behind. That was actually Grace and Bly on the 2 other Huskies. So we got 3 Huskies from 3rd to 5th.
Right.
So, yeah.
Ooh, let's see here. What does that mean? There it is. They're in. 7 laps complete. We got, okay, here's the way they finish on the track for Moto 3. Steinball, Schindler, Grace, Bly, and Bates are your top 5. In the overall, Steinball, Bates, Grace, Liam Langer with a 3.87 for 4th overall. Brock Schindler's 5.13.2 will give him a top 5 overall. And Ryan Bly, who pushed so hard there to get to the top 5 in that 3rd final moto, is looking at a 13.34 for 6th place overall. But again, your top 3, the 41, 26, and 25, Steinball, Schindler, and Grace. And that is for the Moto. But again, congratulations to, as of right now, unofficially, Stockton Steinbo, the national champion in this 250C class. I know Jason Wygant in a heated run down to the podium as he wanted to get down to get this all sorted out. So we'll be heading down. And Jason, when you're ready, you can take it at any point that you would like. But man, like we said, I hate to point things out, but there were a couple of questionable things there. And that after the get-off, was that the safest point? I know the AMA officials will be the ones that will be able to make that decision. We're not the ones to make the call, but I know if we're questioning it, I'm sure the other folks are too.
I know it's questionable, and we could sit back here and not talk about it, but everybody saw it who's watching racing TV right now.
You're right.
So we need to report on the news. Personally, in my opinion, I feel like they both were out of line, deserving of penalties. So whether or not what the actual AMA ruling is on that, they both need to be penalized in some way from a rider's perspective. But then again, I am not an official, so I do not know the rule books as good as these guys. So whatever the AMA or MX Sports decides to do, that is the correct call. You cannot argue with it. So we'll see what ends up happening. But right now, Stockton Steinbo, without a doubt, is our champion because he did not do anything wrong. He rode a flawless moto, got out front, and took the championship.
We got him right here. We got our top 3. Thanks, Jimmy. Thanks, Rodney. Here it is, our 3rd place finisher in the moto, Jagger Grace. Put that on there. Put that medal on and be proud of that. These are tough conditions, and you had to make some passes. How was that moto?
Yeah, it was good. Good moto. We were able to make passes with not the best start, but just got consistent, started making passes, and just tried to stay up.
Who do you want to thank, Jagger?
I want to thank Edge Power Sports, Inside Line, Fly Racing, 60 Helmets, my trainer Hayden, mom, dad, brother Nick, the whole family here supporting me.
There it is, folks. Jagger Grace, third place. I need Brock on up here, the number 26. Got him? Whole shot also? All right, 2 things for you. A silver medal. Put this thing on. I got my hands full. There you go, Brock. Annabelle Helmets Whole Shot Award. Let's hear it for Brock Schindler. Come down a little bit closer in the middle. How'd that moto go for you, Brock?
Oh, it was pretty good. I got out front. I knew it was going to be muddy, so I didn't want my vision to be wet. My spy goggles kept my vision clear the whole time, and I don't know, just started flowing a little better than my other motos and finally put a little bit together.
All right, you got to feel good about that, getting some hardware. Who do you want to thank?
I want to thank my mom and dad for everything they sacrificed, FAF, Pueblo Chiropractic, the Harrises, Zach Mashburn at Underground. They've been helping me out a lot. And same with Kyle Regal and Spy. So my Dunlop tires hooked up pretty good out there too, and EVS, Fly, Liet, Mark Wright, and anyone else I forgot. Thank you.
There it is, Brock Schindler, second place. And now we're going to clear the decks for a moto winner. The tough man from Texas, the Cowboy, bringing it to the Lone Star State with a moto win, and with it a championship under pressure, Stockton Steinbach. There's the big one for taking the championship shield in the C class. Stockton, what kind of work were you putting in to get this thing done?
Yeah, I got off to finally an okay start, and I was probably about 5th or 6th, and I knew I had to get to the lead as fast as I could, so I got to the lead and just rode my own race and let what happened behind me happen. So, and I won.
Knowing that you into this moto with a chance at it, what was it like last night, getting to sleep this morning? What were the feelings?
Yeah, I was a little nervous because my starts haven't been very good all week, but I came through and got the win.
All right, who do you want to thank, man?
I'd like to thank my mom and dad, my mechanic Trevor, Performance Factory, Premier Plumbers of Texas, Underground MX, Maxima Honda Yamaha, Tam Twirly Designs, and that's it.
All right, there it is, folks. Stockton Steinbach, your champion. And Kip from the AMA is here to hand over the coveted number 1 plate. National Championship in 250C. All right, great times here. Both of these third motos we've had so far have had some pressure. They actually come down to, I believe, ties in the points with the third moto tiebreaker coming into effect both times. So that's some close competition here. We'll see what comes up next. I believe it's going to be the girls' class.